as here we are then in the Q3 shootout. Finally, the time to mention the point system that we do have in place for qualifying 3. The pole sitter will get an additional 10 points for the team tally. 8 points go to second place driver, 6 points for P3, 5 points for P4. Then we've got 4 points for the 5th place driver, 3 points for P6, 2 points for P7 and 1 point for 8th place, meaning that 2 drivers will not receive points in Q3. And the main straight is now coming, so just put the foot down as soon as you can. QRT Benzer finishes his first lap, 126.499. Let's have a look at Isbrand now. He's crossing the line soon and immediately goes half a second faster than him. NLR Jirofu is the next driver to cross the line. He goes fastest, 25.740. Next up, DTR Shabby. He was very quick in Q1 and Q2. Where can he put that car now? He goes second fastest with a 25.9. Mercedes up next. Justice only 4th for now. 26.0 for him. Then we've got GSP Justin on the full wet tires. Currently it's fairly close between those top 5 that have already set a lap. GSP Justin though doesn't look like a strong lap for him. Yeah, it's a 27.6 for him. Only 6th fastest. VER Chris, 26.6. RJ is next to cross the line, 8th fastest, currently slowest. Chris RBL goes 6th fastest with a 26.6, and the last driver to cross the line for the moment, we have DTR Jarry. So currently a front row for DTR, but pole position currently goes to NLR with Jirofu up top. Now let's see, Benza, 5th fastest for now. Where can he put that car? That is a good exit from him. QRT, obviously a very strong team, both cars in Q3, and Benza stays 5th fastest. I expect a bit more from that one. As Isbrand, I don't know why it didn't cut onto him, but he goes onto the front row for now. Jirofu, already on pole for the moment, improves his lap by another 1/10 of a second and is fastest still. DTR Shabby is next, just about caught onto him. Shabby will challenge for that. Is just 6/100ths down on the NLR driver and is on the front row now for DTR. What a strong showing from them in Q1 and Q2, but now on the wet tires it didn't work out. Chris has spun, exit of Aqua Minerale, but I don't think it wasn't a quick lap. Let's have a look at Chris RBL. He is not fast, 7/10ths off. And I've got RJ, let's see if he's still going quick. What is that lap time? Another 10th faster from Justice on the full wet tires. That is impressive. That is absolutely amazing from Justice to put it on provisional pole on those full wet tires. He's going to be the only driver to get 2 laps in here, so that could maybe be a slight advantage for him. Out of Ravazza too, and yeah, he's probably lining up another lap judging that exit line, as he does go 6th fastest, so it's actually a fairly strong last sector then. Benza can't improve on his lap, he can't improve on his position, he's only improved ever so slightly. Jirofu has done another outlap by looks, so he's confident that maybe one time lap can get him onto pole position ahead of Justice. He's done an absolute brilliant lap. Oh, Justin goes very wide through Vatsa 1. Can he make that one stick still? I don't think that's going to be a brilliant lap from him unless he's done good early part of the lap. Justin crosses the line, stays 6th fastest. We've got an Alpine coming next. That is Benza, but he's down, so he's not going to improve on his lap. VR Chris and Chris for CPI are heading into the pit lane. So next to cross the line, NLR Jirofu, but he's down on his lap and he's... Oh, gone very wide there. Would have been invalidated in time trial, but I don't think that can be enough for pole. Yes, he's into the pit lane. DTR Shabby next to cross the line, and after that we've only got Justice to cross the line still. Oh, yellow flag in the middle sectors. That's Justice! That's the favorite for pole around, so let's see, what can Shabby do? He's done a fairly good middle sector, but I don't think it can be enough, or is it? Shabby by 1/100th is on pole for round 1. RJ though heads into the pit lane. What a brilliant lap at the end there from Shabby. But DTR Jari, look at him, he's still improving. So the other DTR car still has a very good chance to move up the order. DTR Jari, 8th fastest for him only, but he picks up the last point for qualifying. But brilliant lap, brilliant job from Shabby, who takes the first pole position this season in NLR Esports League. And what a lap it's been, 125.522 on the full wet tires. This season, NLR Esports League is finally back. And so here we go. The 5 red lights are coming on now ahead of the drivers. Lights out and away we go. That's gone very fast, and Shabby has unexpectedly not had the best start, but he still kept the lead. It's a good start from him then, as Justice tucks into his slipstream. Can't really keep an eye on too much right now. Shabby keeps the lead. Very strong start from him. Ooh, GSP Justin has gone onto that sausage curb then. Hopefully it's no big carnage in the back. Nothing happening for the moment. Everyone's got through fairly cleanly. The top 4 are together. Chalkers is out. There's already 3 cars out of the race. Julian, Chalkers and J7 are out, and that is a virtual safety car, which could well turn to a full safety car. There it is. We've already got our first safety car of the season on the very first lap. We have to head back to the front, as Shabby is now controlling the pace at a very, very slow rate. But he can do that. Why wouldn't he be allowed to do it? So, this overtaking the back, that's not what you want. DTR Shabby on the best tyres is now looking to get away from the pack. He's going to leave that restart super late for Justice to maybe get caught out in this. Oh, and he did. He has been caught out massively. What a brilliant restart from Shabby. 9/10 clear already. And Jirofu is trying to make that overtake. He's on the inside of Justice, but he doesn't seem to have the straight line speed. GSP Justin is making a move on QRT Isbrand. Let's see, can he make that one work? Ooh, really tight through turn 1. But Benza, actually it was Benza. Benza keeps his place. Can he now make that into Villeneuve? I'm not sure if that's a good passing place, is it? No. Isbrand stays 4th as well. He's maybe having a slight look to the inside. There's a lot of moves happening in the midfield, but no carnaging. And Justice is getting away from Jirofu. There's a yellow flag. Oh, Felix has had an incident there. Playtendo's at the back as well. Oh, what a... there's such an unfortunate start to the race though. We've got 2 drivers in the pit lane again, Mr. H and Patsa Japsa, who seem to have had an incident, and wing damage as well to go with that. And there is the top 3 who are kind of pulled apart right now. 1.3 seconds between Shabby and Justice, another almost a second from Justice to Jerome, though we do have GSP Justin really close to Benza, and Benza does not have DRS for the moment. Patsa Japsa, first 3-second penalty of this season, I believe. Yeah, Benza's made it back in because possibly Isbrand has lifted to get it back into DRS. Yeah, Isbrand is still keeping ahead of these guys. Oh, a bit wide there for Benza. He's gonna have to look out for sure for Justin, who just goes off the gravel. Oh, that has undone his progress for now. Can he get back into this though? P6 still obviously for the Austrian driver, but that is a big time loss for him. And he's still got gravel on his tyres, so he's going to struggle for grip still. 2 seconds down now on these 2 Alpines. That's going to be a very important thing for those 2. Justice was not in the DRS of Shabby, and now by the looks, GSP Justin, look at him, he's up to 4th. So his pace is looking extremely strong. Despite an off into the gravel, he is now up into 4th and past both QRT drivers. Absolutely great job from him, strategy. But look at Justice, he's only 4.5 tenths down. Maybe he is eyeing to make that overtake. No, Shabby heads to the pit lane, and that is our first pit stop here in the leading group. Shabby in for the Ferrari team, and he will probably put on those hard tyres to go to the end of the Grand Prix. Yes, he is. Justin, meaning that is him up into P3 for GSP. Oh, DTR Jari's around. Exiting the second. No, actually, that's Varianti Alta. Big spin for him. Let's see if his teammate, yeah, Shabby is going to come through as well. Justin passes Jirofu. Jirofu was already in. That is a very early stop for Jirofu. He's going to do half the race on the medium tyres. So let's see how that one works out. That is a very interesting strat. So where is Shabby coming out in comparison to Jirofu? Yeah, he's already well past him. But now Jirofu on the better tyre. Let's see what he can make of that, well, 1 lap overcut, if you will. Justice still continuing on, so it's a long overcut for him. He set the fastest lap of the race on those hard tyres. He's putting on a pace which is absolutely amazing. I mean, with that state, there is no chance anyone's going to get him once he puts on those mediums. Justin and Isbrand are both into the pit lane, meaning these 2 are apart. VR Chris is now up to 3rd with that one. Benza up to 2nd. As Isbrand mediums, Justin on the mediums, Felix in the pit lane as well, so is RJ. Everyone obviously heading on to those mediums now. Jirofu with the fastest lap, but barely quicker than Justice, is it? So who knows, maybe Justice is going to pull off a brilliant overcut here, and then have the freshest tyres just drive away. And yeah, it's definitely probably oh, Justice in. Yeah, never mind that point. Justice is into the pit lane and changes on to the medium tires. Benza heads in as well. Oh, 5-second penalty. That looked like a very quick entry. That means VER Chris is now going to take the lead. Is he maybe heading for that soft tire strategy? But Benza with the 5-second penalty, that's going to cost him a lot of time and positions probably later on. Shabby and Jirofa meanwhile. Look at how close these together are. Here he comes. Jirofa uses some battery, goes to the inside and takes second place. But now he's got the warm tires compared to Justice, who doesn't have those warmed up whatsoever. And let's see how much ground that means for Jirofu, how much he can make up. Meaning it could be a fairly lonely affair unless GSP Justin and those guys behind him can catch up to the Ferrari. And these are on fresher tires as well compared to Jirofu, so you never know. He definitely does have some pace. He has shown us in the first stint, despite a mistake and heading onto the gravel, he is back into fourth and looking to catch Shabby, and he is catching him by a lot. So this podium is definitely not final in the slightest. NLR Felix 1, still keeping to the back of the Red Bull. I don't think he has big ambitions to pass, to be honest, unless he's maybe been told that Benza has more penalties. Actually, that doesn't matter because he's only 4 seconds down, so right now he is gaining that place and is going up to P6. Not so much for P4. Justin is almost in DRS range. This is definitely the closest battle to look out for. And he's doing amazing to put that pressure on the DTR driver. So that's definitely going to be one to look out for in the closing laps, despite the ERS advantage that Shabby does seem to have. As yeah, Justin already flashing with that ERS. It's going to be difficult for him to get past, but the tire advantage does not seem to have faded just yet. Lane. Oh, there's a car off. There's a car off in turn 1. And that is Felix. Oh, and that is another one who's succumbed to some pressure by the looks. Felix is off and down into P8, which could... No, it's not going to become P9 as that is a lapped car. Oh, he's almost around again. That's going to lose him more places, isn't it? Oh, really struggling, the second NLR driver in this race. At least he doesn't have a penalty, so he still has chances to maybe keep with Benza, but that's lost him a lot of ground. Distraction. Let's see now. GSP Justin. Can he make that overtake? He's run out of ERS, and that's exactly what I was thinking about. Yep, Shabby can defend with that DRS. Passage apps around again into the last corner, but Justin, can he still make that overtake for the podium places? Keeping very close to that Ferrari with the nice yellow applications, but it's a very good run here from Villeneuve. Maybe a bit more downforce being run there as Patsajapsa out of the race. Felix pulls past AJ and will likely secure P7 on penalty. Let's go to the race leader now, and the race winner as well of round 1. Relentless as Justice wins the opening round of NLR Esports League, with Jirofu coming in second place. Playtendo sets the fastest lap for GSP, so that is an extra point for them by the looks. Shabby, starting on pole, finishes third on the worst strategy, you would say. Justin finishes fourth. QRT Isbrandt in P5, as there is a big chat window at the top. I'm sorry for that one. VR Chris, P6 for the moment. QRT Benza, let's see where he's going to finish with his 8 seconds of penalties, unfortunately. As here comes Felix 1, recovers to P7. Yeah, it's RJ in P8 as well, so he's got Benza as well. P9 for him, P10 for AJ. Jari, he's actually got a 3-second penalty on that lap, so let's see if the lap is going to count. I believe it will though, as DTR Jari, fastest lap of the race. That is an extra point then for Ferrari, for DTR, and that is round 1 of NLR Esports League done from him. In general, P1 and P8 for Relentless. We've got NLR in P2 and P7 with Jirofu and Felix, with a fairly troubled race for particularly Felix. But a really strong showing strategically. Got that Alfa Romeo up into second place. Rounding off the podium, DTR's Shabby after starting from pole. I think he can be happy with that one, with the strategy that he was on. Good job overall from the field. It's just that big lap 1 collision that we'll have to have a look at afterwards. but you can't influence these things. It can happen on the first lap of such a competitive championship. So here we are, final results again. Justice wins for Relentless in dominant fashion. Brilliant job from him. NLR Girofo finishes in second place. Xavi third for Ferrari for DTR. Fourth place in a very good debut for the GSP team with Justin. Top 5 for QRT Isbrand without a time penalty as well, so a good job from him. VER Chris with only one car on the grid. VER managed to finish in P6. Felix in P7 for NLR. RJ P8 in the other Mercedes Relentless car. QRT Benza is in P9, and with AJ rounding off the points for ERT. Ragnar finishes 11th. Chris finishes 12th. So both CPI cars out of the points. DTR's Jarry in 13th. Playtendo 14th. Fastest up, by the way, to Jarry. Mr. Rage in 15th for SBS. And out of the race, Pat Sajapsa, Julian both for IRT. Chalkers for ERT. And J7 for side-by-side racing.